Hi, Michelle Glass here. Welcome back to our Chapter 8, Lecture 8 topic. This whole chapter is all about cell division. And the first half of the chapter is discussing a special type of cell division called asexual reproduction, where that prefix a means without. So asexual is, as you guessed it, without sex. Essentially, what we're doing with asexual reproduction is cloning. So we're taking one cell and we're making a photocopy of it, we're cloning it, we're making a genetically identical duplicate. And so that's going to be the key thing for asexual reproduction. There's no genetic diversity showing up here, which sometimes is a super good thing, and sometimes there are downsides to asexual reproduction. Okay, so again, the key thing with asexual reproduction is that we have genetically identical offspring. Now, there's two different ways that cells will do asexual reproduction depending on whether it's a prokaryotic or eukaryotic cell. The topic for this presentation is looking at what prokaryotes do, and their type of asexual reproduction is called binary fission. The rest of our conversations here in this first part of Chapter 8 will be on the topic of mitosis, which is how eukaryotic cells, including ourselves, do asexual reproduction. Okay, so binary fission is a cloning in bacteria, and it's where you're going to start with one cell and you're going to split it in half. And you're going to do this in such a way that you have identical genetic material in each of those, what we can call daughter cells. We're going to see this primarily occurring with our prokaryotic cells, although you can see this occurring with protists such as amoeba. Okay, so one of the signatures, I'm showing you a prokaryotic cell here. One of the signatures of prokaryotic cells is that they have one very large circular chromosome. So it's not like a little tiny circle, it's twisted around. And what we're going to see happening first is that the cell is going to duplicate that DNA, because remember, we need to have identical copy of DNA to put in that new cell. Then we start to see that the cell is elongating and that two pieces of DNA, those two different chromosomes, migrate to opposite ends of the cell until finally that cell splits into two identical daughter cells. So as part of our common practice, we're going to call the cells coming from cell division daughter cells. We'll use that same terminology here in prokaryotes, and we'll use that when we talk about mitosis, and we'll do that again when we talk about another type of cell division, which is discussed toward the end of Chapter 8. So here the term daughter cells in no way implies sex or gender of these cells. It's just the formal agreed upon nomenclature. All right, and that's it for now.